Hello guys, as you can see they rejected our application, and here it says if you have additional information which you feel would entitle you to appeal this determination, you may submit an appeal by clicking the appeal tab below. Use the free text box to write a brief explanation of why you believe your application was rejected in error. Then upload documentation to support your explanation. If your explanation is longer than 5,000 characters, please type it on a separate document and upload it with your appeal documents. Based on review of your documents, your application has been rejected for the following reasons. And your deadline to take action is January 10th, 2022. Reasons for this determination. You did not submit all of your documents requested within the required time frame to continue processing your application, and all the documents provided were incomplete or insufficient. Applicant failed to submit all documents before deadline. Okay, so certain documents we did not have together. Some of these places you call in for certain documents can take time. Some of these places you can't go in person to pick up a document. So I feel like they have to give the applicants a little leniency, because it's nothing that we could do when you're calling these places to get your documents. No one is answering the phone. They're short on staff. COVID is going on, so things is crazy today. So yeah, I feel like they made an error because we didn't get a chance to complete given all of our documents. So yeah, that was an error. I don't know what they want me to really write, but that is the main thing. We just didn't have the opportunity to get all the documents in a timely manner, and I feel like they should give an additional time frame like they did. So let's see what happens. So I just want to share it with you guys. This is what's going on right now. So you see, I read it to you why they rejected our application for the apartment. Once we're able to submit, or if they allow us to bring the other documents in, we'll see what happens from there. Okay, here you can see they sent something in my email address, and they addressed it to my mother because she's head of household. And it says, "Hi, Christella Smith. Um, Eligibility for your apartments was found to be rejected because it does not meet the requirements." And it says you can find the specific reasons that your application was not eligible on your dashboard in New York City Housing Connect. And here it says what to do next. Log into New York City Housing Connect and navigate to your dashboard. You can find your application to this lottery by clicking the completed category. See the specific reason you were rejected by clicking on your application to this lottery. Appeals. If you believe this rejection was an error and have information to support an appeal of this rejection, you can submit an appeal by using the Appeal tab on your application. Log into New York City Housing Connect now and go to your dashboard to see the deadline date for submitting your appeal. You may have to respond quickly. Your appeal must include a written explanation of why you believe your application was rejected in error, and documentation to support your explanation. Your appeal must be submitted through New York City Housing Connect before the deadline noted on your dashboard. If you have questions regarding this rejection, please contact the marketing agent directly. Their contact information is listed in the Contact tab. Thank you for using New York City Housing Connect. And guys, I actually got another email, and it says, "Good afternoon, Christella." And they were asking or saying that these are the documents that we didn't see. So as you can see, they're saying we didn't upload these documents, our ID cards for all adults. our social security cards for all household members, our birth certificates for all household members, your SSI, unemployment, your pension, your public assistance award letter, the 6 most recent bank statements, one last savings bank statement, employment verification letter, your 2020 tax returns, your W-2, and your last 6 consecutive pay stubs. Now, out of this list, we sent everything except for we didn't have the 6 bank statements and we did not have the employment verification letter. Now, my daughter had trouble getting through to get her employment verification letter because she's the one who's working. I do not work. I receive SSI. Okay. My mother receives SSI. I'm being very transparent with you guys because this is what it is. And I did say I want to share the journey on how to go about applying for Housing Connect, the do's and the don'ts. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. So that was basically it. I don't know why they're re-asking for ID cards, social security cards, birth certificates, and all this. I sent my award letter of my income. My mother gave me a copy of her award letter of her income. I am not getting this. It's just a few things that we were missing. So I am confused as to why they would say they would reject us for just those little bit of documents, right? So this is why I wanted to share this with you. So this is basically the end of the video. And what I want to let you know for all of you who are applying in Housing Connect, make sure if you ever get selected on their website for an apartment, make sure you have all your documents together. They don't seem to like that. And as you can see, they are brushing me and my family off for just a few documents. And the reason why I use these emojis, because this is how I'm feeling. I'm like, are you for real? When I know I've sent most of these documents, are you really just going to reject us on a few documents that we didn't have? That's their policy. Are you serious? So that's why I'm using these. And just to make the video look a little more interesting, but please make sure you have your documents together. When they give you a deadline to upload your documents, if that's what you choose to do, go ahead on and do that. Have it all together. Just be organized, okay? I'm sorry, I'm a little hoarse, still a little sick, sleeping under the AC. But that is what, I want to specify to you, because I did say I was going to take you on a journey with me. I don't mind being transparent because it is what it is. This is the only way, we all could get through it. Whether they approve me and my family or not, I know that a lot of you out there can get approved, okay? Make sure your credit is okay. Now, like I said before, they check your credit sometimes in some of these developments, and sometimes they don't. I think it really depends on your situation. Some people coming from the shelter, some people may have, they have their city Phelps, or they have, they have their programs that's helping them to get these apartments. So sometimes they exclude your credit check. They don't check it. Some people they don't. Some people they do. So I don't know. So you may want to make sure that's intact. But you do have 2 options that they gave us. They said we can either do 12 months of how your rent was paid, or you can let them check your credit. So it's up to you. So if you have been paying your rent on time for at least 1 year, they say that looks good for you. Okay, that's a big A plus. If your credit is good, that's a big A plus. Now, if you haven't been paying your rent on time, or your credit is not that good, that may not work out for you. But it depends on the management office that you're working with, because some people is willing to give you a chance, and then you have some people who's not. they dot their I's and they cross their T's. So they go straight by the book. I don't know. So I'm just wishing everybody the best of luck. So this is what's happening with me and my family. Once we could get the other documents to them, hopefully, things will check out. If not, then I'll still move forward with applying to other developments, because this is not going to stop me for some measly documents. Okay. Now, if they were to check our credit and our credit didn't check out, then what I would do is just go ahead on and fix up what I need to fix up. So for the future, when I decide, or me and my family decides to apply again for any other apartments, because I live in New York City housing. So if we decide to apply for any apartments, we know we have our documents and we have our credit is in place, and we have, like, we paid our bills on time, especially your rent. Okay, so you might want to take those things into consideration when you are dealing with Housing Connect or any other place outside of Housing Connect for any apartment you may be applying to. And I really want to help you, and I really want to see some people get it. Okay, so I'm signing off until next time. Happy New Year's. Have a safe, blessed New Year, and I hope everybody get everything that they want. Okay, bye for now, and thank you so much for watching. Guys, I want to address this thing. This is very important. You do not have to upload your documents to the website, to the marketing agents for your apartments. You can check the box that says opt out, and you could bring your documents to them in person. I wish I would have done that, and maybe I wouldn't be going through this right now. So yeah, I just wanted to address that right quick. But you only get to see that selection to opt out, the little box, if you're selected. So if you ever get selected, you can check that if you feel more comfortable with bringing your own documents in person. Okay, signing off.